You guys hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Just to test, am I coming through? Can anyone hear me?
Yep,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
we
awesome.
can hear you. Let's wait for the rest of the folks to join us before we start, please.
Yes.
We usually give a few minutes for people to assemble.
Yes, I start recording right now, not to forget it in when everybody join us. That's why I think it's not a problem.
Of course, that's all right.
I want to say that we have not big, but very good discussing about the course contest on the Tuesday with Nina, Katya, Ben, and Noyan. No one. I don't no one, and me. So, and Ben proposed wonderful. Great, very good idea. How can we hold? How can we hold this contest?
Yeah, we should definitely discuss that.
So you've had
Obviously,
a chance to look over it, haven't you, Eugene?
what, the courses?
Yes, the kind of redraft I posted of it following on from the meeting in the week.
Yes, I actually did read it, and I did suggest some comments which resulted in, let's say, a split opinion. We had a poll, which I hope counters will report about today on that issue. And specifically, the issue was whether we want to reward teachers or instructors separately from course authors, you may recall. So yes, I did take a look. I did contribute. Hopefully, the rest of the folks will support as well. And of course, we very much need this proposal to go forward. No questions.
Excellent. I didn't want to make anyone feel like I was coming in and turning things on their head too much with that. No, that's brilliant. I'm glad everyone liked it.
No, yeah, Ben, you understand that, we are here to teach, right? So, well, I'll take that back. We're here to create a system where people can teach and people can learn, right? And courses is the backbone of all of that. So, of course, we must do that.
Welcome everybody who joined us.
That's all right. Why don't we start in like 5 after? We have 8 people already. That's okay to start. So whoever wants to join us will.
And I give you the rights to share the screen, Ben, if you wanna show us the draft, for example, you can do it. Oh, I see the link. Yes, great.
Excellent. Why don't we start, Ben? It's okay. It's 5 after.
Okay, yeah, of course. Starting off weekly meeting, I'm not sure what week we're on now, aren't we, guys? But it's the 29th of April. Yeah, our agenda is obviously in the Freeturn Academy group here. I think just for ease, because it's the top one. We'll follow the one you drafted, aren't you, Eugene? Like I say, I was only joking around when I said about that. I just switched the order around. So yeah, hope everyone's had a good week. Starting off then, obviously the big kind of forward step for you guys this week, or the biggest one, is appointing of the jury, which is obviously crucial in everything you guys want to achieve here. So I believe calling upon our advisors, the most appropriate man to speak about this first, I believe, would be yourself, Eugene, if you'd like to say a few words on the jury selection.
I certainly would. I certainly would. So let me report to you, ladies and gentlemen, that there is 6 hours and 52 minutes left on the crucial vote on the Freeturn Academy jury selection to join the ranks of the initial members in judging future contests and proposals. Therefore, it is very important that every initial member votes. At this time, I'm reporting to you, there is almost a record number of votes that we received, 385, with 2,717 points awarded, resulting in an incredible 7.94 average score, very high score. Now, the vote is not over, so there's still some time for those who have not voted to do so, but I can already tell you that a number of highly qualified candidates received scores above 9. And so at the completion of the vote, I'm sure our counters and actually the Freeturn system itself would help us calculate the winners. But I'm looking forward to some of the incredible people that have applied and that want to join the Academy. So I'm extremely pleased with the number of submissions, 47, and with the number of votes for those. We have an average 8 votes per submission. That's a very, very good result. I mean, it shows that our initial members are active. It is also a testimony to high quality of our heralds' work, that were able to ensure very high level of participation by initial members. So thank you, heralds.
Thank you.
That was the first piece of information I wanted to share with you. So pretty soon we will know who the jury members are. The second item I want to bring to everyone's attention is that we do have some initial members that were not actively participating in our activities. And as all of you recall, in our original proposal, we have a mechanism to replace such initial members. We all know some people are very busy. They are not able to devote enough of their time to Academy, which is perfectly fine. So we will need to take a look, and again, counters, that is probably for you. Let us please analyze the performance of every initial member so far. We had a number of opportunities, polls, and other initiatives where initial members could have shared their voices. Some did, and thanks goes to them. Some did not at all from the very beginning. Let's find out who those people are and see if we can come up with a proposal to replace those, as some of the other sub-governances successfully did. So we know how to do that already. All right, so counters, please take a note. Number 3 on my list today is briefly reporting to you that today was the final of the African Hackathon. And there was a very good conference today in which a couple of people participated from sort of our world, including Alexander Filatov and myself. And I'm reporting to you that the hackathon went very well. It was well organized, well run, and people, by and large, unanimously confirmed the need for further education and knowledge. Thus, my words in my speech about Freetown Academy welcoming newcomers, welcoming people who want to learn, were accepted extremely well. And I received a lot of praise for bringing the Academy to Africa. So please, please, alchemists, this is for you. Please expect additional people coming and trying the Academy website, which I shared with everyone in Hackathon conference. So please make sure that everything works. We had a couple of technical issues that you guys are aware of. Particularly, there was some difficulty by new people registering. So let's double check that everything works there, please. And then following from that, my fourth point is that pretty soon, the proposal that Alex put on forum about the website support, it has received very positive responses. So I hope pretty soon Alex will move it to the decision phase. And I'm again asking in advance all the people who will vote, which is for now just the initial members until we have a final jury selection. I'm asking all initial members to go and support our alchemists in their website support proposal. I think it's very fair, very decent, and it is also 100% within the rewards approved for the Academy by the wider community for the purpose of website. So effectively, we're running ahead of the schedule. The site has already been created. And the last piece of information from me today is with respect to Dubai show. I want to remind everyone that on the 24th and 26th of May, some of us are going to Dubai to represent Freetown in a big international technology exhibition. Now, to give people opportunity to go there, a contest was announced, and you can see it in main governance about the Dubai show. At the moment, there are surprisingly few submissions. Guys, please remember, we want people to represent the Academy in Dubai. I am going for sure, but I'm hoping that I won't be the only one representing the Academy. So please do take a look at the contest. Do submit your resume there and join us in Dubai. You will enjoy enormously this trip. I can tell you for sure. I have, as somebody who has been to Dubai many, many times, and in fact, I have invested and lived in Dubai for some time, I guarantee this is a lot of fun. So please go to the Dubai Show contest and join the ranks of people who will go. As a reminder, those who pass will have their costs reimbursed. Very important. So you wouldn't have to pay anything, right? The community agreed to pay for those who show up in this contest and demonstrate that they're good representatives of Freetown community as a whole and Freetown Academy in particular. And with that, Ben, back to you.
Awesome. So lots of points raised there, obviously. I'd just like to, I'll start with your final point there, Eugene. You guys who are able to attend Dubai, you're crazy for having not applied already. Unfortunately, we have massive travel restrictions here in the UK, so I don't think that the budget would cover the fine I would get for leaving the country. Otherwise, I'd have been the first applicant there. So, I mean, yeah, obviously, get your applications in.
You're not allowed to leave the UK at all?
No, there's a £10,000 fine and 2 weeks quarantine. if I were to do so. I believe it's the end of June we're allowed to start traveling again. So
Oh, how awful.
I am
I feel
absolutely
terrible.
yeah, absolutely gutted that I can't be there personally. And my other half is very sad as well, bless her. So yeah, like I say, I would second that. I believe Nina, we're also there's a message and a little GIF or an image we're going to put together to post around to every sub-governance to try and encourage them to get at least one member of each sub-governance to represent at the
Please do,
event.
please do. But remember, only 2 days left, so need to do that
Well,
as soon as possible. And
um,
guys, go ahead and apply. It's
yeah.
definitely worth going. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to take away this sense of urgency, like apply sooner rather than later, but I may have heard there is a chance to apply up until the 6th, just because, again, there are lots of people who are last minuting. I would check on the forum, perhaps someone else knows more about this, or am I misunderstanding? Was there a deadline extension?
I think there was, and the 2 days is already the extended time, which is not to say that it may not be extended again. I don't know. So all we can do is just tell the folks to go ahead and apply right now.
Yeah, awesome. Well, if, I'll send you a message after this call, Nina, and see if we can get that message sent around to all the sub-govs. But yeah, heading back around to the first point then, jury voting. Would anyone else like to comment in on that? Anyone got anything to say on the selection of the jury? Open floor. No need to put hands up or anything.
We have a candidate here, actually. I believe I saw Svetoslav here, who's a well-known person and interviewer for many important people in the community. Svetoslav, do you want to share with us your thoughts as a candidate? Svetoslav, can you hear us? Maybe he cannot. Let's proceed then.
Well, so yes, I may be skipping ahead then. I can't remember which order you mentioned your points in, Eugene. But I believe the biggest topic for debate right now is the D courses, the D course content. I know obviously there's been a lot of discussion around teachers as well and rewards for that. Forgive me if I'm misunderstanding, but I believe the general consensus was that this is kind of a separate contest, or we should separate out the two issues, get the content first, and then work on teaching. So let me see.
That was actually then a question that was discussed in one of the polls. So hopefully counters will advise us on what the group thinks. Yeah.
Yes, there we go. I was actually just looking for a name of a counter. Do we have Katerina, Nima, or Dennis on the call who could?
Sure.
Excellent.
This week had 2 polls so far that we posted them yesterday in the group. And the first question was about the identity of the content or the course creators. And 57% of the voters chose both verified and anonymous creators. 30% voted for pseudonymous or anonymous creators. And 13% of our community members went for the verified option. In this poll, 11 people from initial members, 6 people from volunteers, and 7 people from other community members voted. The second poll was about the whether we should reward live content creators or not, and 48% of our members voted for only if the love program gets enough appreciation. 43% went for the yes option, and only 9% chose no option. In this poll, 10 people from initial members, 6 people from volunteers, and 7 people from other community members voted. And that's it for this week. I'll share the results in the group so you can see.
Excellent stuff. I mean, these they're pretty good numbers on the votes, so I think it would be enough to represent a general consensus. Yeah, Darkwing, there's only a handful of people here. I see you've got your hand up. Jump in.
No, I want to say maybe if Evgeny says that wanna give a word to Svetoslav, but he cannot say it in English. Maybe if he wanna say us something, he can say it in Russian. We translate it for all in English. What do you think, Evgeny and Ben?
Of
Yeah,
course,
perfect.
of course, that works.
I
Yeah.
think we should try. I love English better, but I think we talk about this, that we should
Okay,
try
okay,
to make it.
let's
International, so just trying to break it up into small bite-sized chunks when you do the translating, so it's not too much to translate in one go.
I
That'd
think
be
it can be a great practice. Yes. Okay. Я
Святослав, вам слово.
можете на русском языке, а мы переведем на английский.
Всем здравствуйте.
Hello.
Hello. Евгений говорил о том, что вот прошел конкурс жюри, ты один из активных и наиболее, один из многих известных участников комьюнити. Может быть, ты что-то хочешь сказать об этом конкурсе и в целом о твоем, что ты хочешь об этом сказать? Будем рады услышать.
Да, могу. В принципе, частично я отобразил свои мысли в сообщении в группе. И могу сказать, что видел практически все конкурсы на жюри, которые проходили у нас во Фритоне. И вижу, что это самый активный конкурс жюри из всех.
Let me translate that quickly. So Svetoslav has already shared some of his thoughts in a post in Academy, basically appreciating the work of the initial members voting, and also just shared with us his observation that in his experience, which is a significant one, our contest for juries was the most lively and active of all. Спасибо. Давайте дальше, Святослав.
Также я хочу отметить, что роли, которые вы дали самым активным участникам внутри группы, они, видимо, очень помогают в том, чтобы работа шла очень, как сказать, очень эффективно.
Let me translate that. Svetoslav also would like to mention that this concept of roles that we have introduced in the Academy is a very effective one. Пожалуйста.
К примеру, один из участников мне пишет по поводу каких-нибудь предложений, которые в SubGovernance существуют, или конкурсов, напоминая о том, что я могу поучаствовать в этом. Это очень здорово.
So some of the Academy members are writing to me about these roles and also telling me that I myself also can join one of those, which is great.
Наверное, это один из факторов, важных факторов, который и поспособствовал тому, что этот конкурс такой широкомасштабный.
In my opinion, perhaps it is exactly those things that you created that contributed to the jury contest being so popular. Спасибо большое, Святослав, за ваше мнение. Thank you, Svetoslav, for your opinion.
Пожалуйста.
Ben, back to you.
Yeah, I'll second that. Again, I was saying in the community voice group earlier that I think it would be a good idea to loosely adopt the same kind of model that you guys have here in the Academy across other sub-governances with, kind of positions for different members. So yes, like I say, jury members aside, going back to the D-Courses contest, let's find the appropriate person for the role. I believe the best person to speak about this would be Alex, Dr. Duck, our very own. I don't know if you want me to share the screen with the new and old proposals up as you talk.
I think yes. If you have an opportunity to share, please share.
I do.
If
I'm
it's
in an
not
old machine here, but I've actually moved off mobile for Zoom now, so we should be able to. If I've done this right, can we all see my screen?
Yes, yes. So the main idea about this contest and what we oh, sorry, I opened the wrong file. Just a second. It's can you please sorry.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Sorry. Just a second. Maybe can you start? My notebook is power off. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Yeah, of course. I'll just fill in for you for a moment while you sort that out, buddy. So yeah, I believe a good handful of us were present at the meeting on Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday, Thursday today, of course. And obviously there's been a lot of work put into the original D-Courses contest proposal. It's fantastic stuff, obviously. One thing I've suggested, which is similar to something I also suggested in the social media management group, is that obviously going back to the purpose of the contest is A, to get the content on the academy, and B, also to get students, taking the courses and enjoying them. So to that effect, you've kind of slightly redrafted it, same thing, but kind of on its head a little bit. So rather than judges having to review each course which is made individually, which would basically entitle every judge having to take every course on the site in order to know its value and assess its value, what we kind of proposal between us is to review the courses which have been on the site at the end of each 30-day period, as you should be able to see on my screen. And that way, obviously, we can look more solidly at KPIs for the courses. Now, I feel the benefits of this are twofold. Essentially, like I say, it's a much more solid basis for the judges to be able to give their judgment as such. And sorry, forgive me there. What we're also doing is encouraging course creators to get students on their courses. Possibly the other way around, you could create a course, you could leave it up there, that's your job done, you wait, see if you win a prize. But this way around, people are going to be encouraged to actually go out and do the marketing side of things a little bit themselves.
Ben, if I may jump in for just 1 second, I think that's an incredible idea to judge contests upon certain evidence of how they have been accepted by the students and the community. That's an incredible idea. However, we need to focus on motivation more. Motivation for people to put out their work, which they were hoping essentially to, I don't want to say sell, but to get a reward for in the contest. I know that some people were creating courses specifically for that purpose, to participate and win a contest. Now we're coming to them and saying, guys, that's all great, but before we can judge, right, you need to place your course there. You need to have some people actually take it, grade it, whatever happens to be the case. And only after that, we're going to go ahead and review and assign awards. In my opinion, that requires some additional motivation for people to place their courses. I encourage everybody to just think. I don't have a ready solution off the top of my head, and it's not easy. But we need to somehow help people overcome this hesitancy and uncertainty that perhaps they feel. Now, what makes me say that is that nobody except Katya and Alex has actually placed their courses yet. Okay, despite the fact that many people have worked on them for a long time, I'm sure they have ready, et cetera, et cetera. So to help encourage people submit courses, I'm going to do one thing, and I'm asking everybody to think of something else. What I have agreed with Gerard Deschamps, and by the way, Gerard, are you here on the call with us?
Let's
Gerard.
see.
Is Gerard here? I don't see Gerard here. We spoke yesterday. I don't see him, but it's all right. I can speak for him because we spent about an hour last night, and this is what we agreed. I think it is a very important development. Global Blockchain Association is going to place all of its teaching materials on Freeton Academy website.
So this
That
is
are
Johan here. I can
Johan, hi.
I can confirm, yes.
Please.
I just said I'm here. Gerard is not here, he's driving. So I'm here.
Right. Okay. Johan, I'm just telling the folks that Gerard and I spoke in detail last night.
Yeah.
He fully supports providing additional audience for GBA courses through Freeton Academy. He was very happy to hear about this, and he confirmed to me that it is his intention to make those courses either on a paid basis or on a free basis. That's entirely up to GBA, right? You can put any price or you can say free. But the most important thing that Gerard and I absolutely agree on is that we must expand the audience that takes the courses that the Global Blockchain Association is putting together. And kudos to them for doing that. I mean, they have done so much to educate people already. So our goals are very much aligned with GBA. And what I'm going to take upon myself is to help Gerard. And again, Johan, of course, as always, you're welcome to join, help, and advice. We want to make sure that all 100,000 plus people that downloaded Surf Wallets are made aware of the availability of GBA courses, which is a lot of information and a lot of useful stuff, right? And let's do that. My hope is that once people see how many courses are coming to the Academy, they will rush to put theirs. Ben, back to you.
Yes, so sorry, several trains of thoughts I could follow on from there. Yeah, definitely agreed. Possibly some mechanism of incentivizing people to upload, possibly referring to the more technically difficult content up there in the initial phases.
And I want to add something.
We've got Alex back.
Yes, thank you. I think that things and like KPI is very important. That's why we talked about KPI. And the important thing that community and administrators and especially alchemics will help users and members who wanna place their courses and try to advertise their courses. It's we write about that we need KPI from them, but on the other side, we will try to support them as much as we can, because, for example, someone plays his course on our website, and we will try to write about this course in Freeton Twitter, in Freeton Academy Twitter, Instagram, and in community channels, groups, and so on. That's why he or she will not be alone. It's not like he plays this course and he need to waste time to advertise it and so on. Yes, he can advertise these courses, send the link to his friends and so on, but we also will try to help him. That's why we write about the administrative reward too, because it will be very interesting and hard work, because I think that members and users will have some problems, will have questions, how to paste the picture, how to create quiz. Yes, we have courses, how to create courses, but again, someone I think will have problem. That's why on the other side, we need we require more from our participants, but we, on the other side, we try to get more to our participant, and I think such I don't see such practice in other contests, maybe in one of them. That is I want to say that we will try to support as much as we can all participants and try to help them place their courses.
So I'm hearing two KPIs so far. KPI number one is how many people took the course, right, as a result of whatever activities by the course creator. And the second KPI is the grading, right, by students, feedback from students on the course. Is there anything else that you guys, can suggest?
From my side, I think no. Now, I think yes, we have analytics on the website, number of course enrolls and rating, of course, by students. But Ben, right, here's where we need the big brains. Yes, that's true. I think we will try to make KPI wider to give more possibilities to the teachers to participate in this contest. And the interesting thing I wanna say about this system is, for example, with the first month, teacher plays his course. Maybe he wastes about 2 weeks, I think it's right word, to waste about 2 weeks to invent this course. And so he has only 2 weeks to advertise and have students on this course. It's not enough. And in the end of the first month, he maybe get just a small reward, for example, additional prize, because he won't have much time to have more students. But the most interesting thing that in the second month, he also can participate with these courses again, but he can show us that in first month, he just created it and have not so much student. But in the second month, look, I have 100 to 300 students now. And he will get again for this course much better reward. That's the idea.
So the suggestion is to extend and maybe stage even the the judging and rewards process over a longer period of time than 1 month, right?
Yes, so I would suggest to have the D courses, the main focus of the D courses contest over a 3-month period. Basically judged in hindsight over 1 month evaluation periods. And what the reason, Alex, I said about here's where we'll need the big brains, is thinking about KPIs. What you do need, Jess, is to address that kind of issue, because we need to weight the importance of the number of signups against the number of completions, also versus the value of the ratings of the students. Because the obvious kind of the scenario we want to avoid here is somebody creating a very short, easy course, and then they get 100 odd of different accounts or something that they're registering themselves, and they just very quickly race through it. So it is going to be a little more possibly of a systematic basis would be needed for that scoring. Thinking a little more, sorry, just on the other point you mentioned, Eugene, about incentivizing courses ahead of time, could we not have separate, smaller kind of D-course specifically for the more technical or difficult topics? So as we move into month 2, I believe I left a note somewhere on the document. I was going to say, I think most people have got it open in front of them now. But yeah, so when we move into month 2, say we have no content whatsoever about NFTs or, something very specific which we would like, we then put out an additional kind of, I hate the word bounty, but an additional small contest for the creator of the best content related to that. And then we could have a small scale judging contest where, like say, the judges would have to go through the course content then to assess the best one. And maybe the KPIs would be different to this main side of things. But that would then incentivize the people who would be taking more time and, really getting the in-depth materials on there.
Yeah, Ben, I was hoping to address, there's a couple of raised hands I see by
Sorry,
Katya,
I can't see
Alex.
the raised hands while I'm swearing.
If you
There we
click
go.
on participants tab button, you should see the raised hands. And I was also hoping that maybe after they speak, we could ask a very senior and experienced member of the Academy, Jovan, as to maybe he would share some of his thoughts as to how best to judge the courses. Thank you.
You want me to say something?
Jovan, yes, we are now addressing a rather uncharted territory for most of us. And we were hoping that maybe you, in your experience, have had something that would be
How to
useful.
judge courses in general?
Well, decentralized courses in particular.
I think
Yes.
to specify the question, it would be how to incentivize the creation of and participation of online courses that our creators make.
Well, I guess the first is to set up to understand clearly how is the platform going, the delivery platform going to look. For me, that's the first thing that I like to have a look. The creation and the delivery platform. I haven't seen it right now. I understand that for the creation there is a platform, but I don't understand. I have not seen the delivery platform yet to be able to judge. Maybe that's because I didn't attend all the meeting. Maybe I need some, as Russians would say, litbez quickly, but then I can answer.
Jovan, thank you. Yes, the platform is there. It is called freeton.academy. When you get a moment, obviously not now. Now, please do take a look. That is the mechanism essentially representing not just a website, but this is what's called LMS. Alex, go ahead.
Learning management system.
The learning management system. Okay, so
Yeah.
so there it is. Okay.
Right. So when you get a chance, if you review it,
Yeah,
then-
I'm there.
Thank you. So that's what.
So I will
was
tell you
created
something.
so
There's
far.
something I have been in my past life actually in the learning management system business. So I am opinionated about it, and I will be happy to have to do a little bit of to evaluate a little bit once you tell me what I should evaluate.
Alex, may I please ask you to communicate directly with Jovan separately from this call? He kindly agreed to share his practical experience in learning management systems. Let's use that opportunity, please. Thank you.
Yes, we'll be glad to. And it was just I want to say that I think that we should talk directly.
Yeah, I was,
And,
it was years ago, but I was involved in the beginnings of the learning management systems industry completely.
It's great, very, very great. Thank you. Will be good.
Okay, there's still one more thing that we would love to put who built the LMS here? What is behind the technology behind?
It's the website with the content management system and learning management system. I think I can show you, for example, if you have time, for example, tomorrow, I will be glad.
I don't. This week I'm done. But let's start the conversation on Telegram. And let's pick some time. I'd like to understand the technology. I'd like to understand how because I have some ideas.
Okay.
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 Ping me directly. All right.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
I'll need to jump now, but I think this would be very good if I can first internalize the system. Now, how can you reward people? Reward them by giving them obviously a part of some rewards for people taking those courses. I mean, instructors should be rewarded from maybe some fixed reward for just having a course judged and accepted. And then basically we should accept or reject courses. That's number one. And then probably courses should be evaluated by people who are taking them.
Sorry, don't quite understand you.
The question was, how do we judge distributed courses and how do we incentivize people?
How will we judge?
Yes, Alex. What Jovan essentially is saying that people who provide those courses should share the revenue that is generated by people using those courses. We're assuming now that we're talking about paid courses, not free courses. So for free courses, we have an additional mechanism of rewarding the authors, right? Which is the contests, for which we already have the rewards pool, which we will distribute in this manner. But for the paid courses, and I, of course, totally agree, people that put the number in dollars, or sorry, in tons, of course, they should get that amount from people signing up. So that's very clear. And again, Jovan, appreciate your comments. Thank you. Oh, I see John also with us. John, did you want to say something? And Ben, I'm so sorry. My apologies. I won't do that anymore.
Oh, it's okay. It comes naturally. Don't hold back, buddy.
Nothing much. Just that we had a very successful final, and thank you for attending. That's Eugene. I saw Ben there. We also look forward to bringing the tutors and the candidates on board to the Freeton Academy. Thank you very much.
Yes, and I will thank you, John, too. And I will. I wanna say that I will just one more time. Will share the group. It's called Freeton Academy Apps. It's the group in which we give the support to everybody who want to create courses. And so would love if we can invite your colleagues to our group, to this group. And if they want to create, it will be great. And if they will have questions how to create, we will try to help to do it. So support is a very important thing, and we will try to do it.
Do you think possibly an easy answer, maybe, and again, forgive me, I have lots of ideas, most of them are stupid, but again, with this additional prizes side of things, perhaps, again, if we want to incentivize the first course creators, just making the additional prizes a little bit, more incentivizing and the minimum number of participants for the course lower. Would that kind of kill two birds with one stone, do you think, everyone?
I think that, as I say, that I think that it will be very good about what I have said before, that we will have something like vesting system for the courses creator. As I mentioned, and we talked about this before, for example, in first month, he can only get a little sum of tons, but in the next month he will get more tons because he will have more students. And I think for additional prizes we have something like multiplicator. For example, in the first month, he create a course. It's not very popular, but it's exists. And judge, we will try to tell everyone who will judge. For example, average score of his submission is 5. So we for one point, for example, 100 tons. So for 5 points, 500 tons. But in the next month, his average point will be 7. And maybe he won't be in the first, second, or third place, but his average number will be 7, and he will take 700 of tons. That's what I wanna talk about something like multiplicator. For example, not every additional price for every submission 500 tons, but for one it can be 100, and for another it can be 600, 500, and so on. It depends on the average point, and average point depends on the KPI.
Excellent. I think possibly we need to get that down in writing then, while that's all hot in your mind, Alex. I just wanted to open up the floor to everyone else. Obviously, myself, Alex, and Eugene have been doing a lot of the speaking here. Pavel, Nina, anyone else want to chip in with thoughts or comments with regards to the D-courses side of things?
Well, I have something different, if you may allow me, Ben.
Yes, of course, John. Jump in, buddy.
Yes. As we have ended the hackathon, and we needed now to start incorporating the program for inducting tutors and students. There is a proposal that we put across, and I think it's start the program in Africa. I don't know what you guys think about it.
Yes, John, as you and I discussed already, we've, a lot of people fully support extending the Academy activities specifically on the African continent. I want to remind everybody that John has kindly agreed to volunteer as a Freetown Academy ambassador to Africa. And in such capacity, he already put forward and discussed with me. He initially put it in the global governance, which I advised him to change and put his proposal within the Freetown Academies of Governance, where people are prepared for it. So, John, very much looking forward to discussing further with you and with this group, but it is certainly our intention to support your initiatives. Thank you.
Definitely. And on a personal note, John, I'll be editing and publishing the conversation we had last week, along with a few details from the hackathon this morning to just complement it and make it slightly different from some of the other articles out there. Yeah, did anyone else have anything to add on the D-courses topic specifically? And then we'll kind of move on to other things and try and finalize that off, because I mean, as I see it, it's kind of the next big milestone here for the Academy, or the ball we need to get rolling.
Hi, colleagues. It's Pavel. Sorry for delaying. I looked through the course contest document and have several questions. At first question is at the start of creating this document, we try to define terms which we need for Freetown needs and for blockchain and blockchain thematics. Right now I see there phrase the possible topics for the courses are only limited by your imagination. For example, I can put the cooking courses, maybe something about some crafts and so on, or no?
Yes, and very enthusiastic yes. Despite the fact that our primary objective of course, is to expand the Freeton ecosystem and the network adoption globally. It in no way should limit the ability of people to share knowledge that they possess with other people, whatever the subject happens to be. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. There's so many benefits to it. I mean, even something like a cookery course, which would drive, half a dozen people to the site, would, by, association, then learn a little bit about Freeton, and they'd browse the other courses on the site, and, SEO side of things, every little helps. And again, this way around, it's this phrase I use way too much: the cream floats and the poo-poo sinks. So yeah, what did you have? Sorry, anyone else?
I also have a question. And will we create special Freeton or blockchain courses, maybe in another contest?
Again, the answer is yes, of course. That is our sort of primary demand, I should say, from professional community, is about specifics of Freeton as a blockchain. So definitely needed. And Pavel, if you can, come up with certain courses yourself, or people who can, please bring them. We definitely need those. Thank you.
Okay. As I understand, this first the courses contest, as I feel, it's like a test how to work with teachers, with students, with courses using our LMS and so on, because it's like to test the system. Am I right?
By definition, yes. You're asking questions to which the answers are all yes. We've never done this before, Pavel.
Okay. It's just to understand, because when I'm first time make comments about our courses, I think you see it. My vector was only we develop courses about Freeton. That's why we need some rules, restrictions, and quality and motivation and so on. Right now, I understand what's the definition before the previous document and right now document. Thank you. It's okay. It's normal. I understand that we need to test our.
Yeah, so I didn't want to seem like I was taking over or anything, but I read through the previous document very carefully, and obviously things were getting complicated in places, and by placing restrictions, especially in this very opening stage, it's making life very hard for ourselves and hard for people to get involved per se. The more rules there are, the more rules we have to watch out for being broken per se. And like I say, hopefully by this way around, as I see it, and like I say, this is just the way I see it, so please, if anyone feels differently, step in. It keeps it wide, it keeps it open, and it makes it, a nice, easy process on everyone. And takes into account what everyone else has kind of said in the comments in the previous document. I don't think there was any I missed, I hope.
Okay, thank you. Also, maybe 10 minutes ago, we speak about teachers' motivation. And I think if we have some many topics academy, I think we can make, for example, like best contributor or best teacher contest, where they can show the statistics who finished the course, statistics who will open the course, statistics of students, types of the course, and so on. I think it wouldn't be a straight motivation for KPIs, because KPIs is a little bit corporate thing that every people can make a scam for KPIs. It's not problem. Just invite some 100 people for 10 tons, and you can get a very great KPI. We understand this. Okay.
Again, please allow me to agree. And I wanted to ask Nina, are you with us? I was referring
Yes,
to
yes.
it. Hello. So the question is this: you also active in the ANS of governance, right? Analysis and support.
Yes.
So they have worked and thought about this for a long time, right? As to how to analyze particular subjects, what conclusions should be made, etc. So could you please reach out to them and invite them to help us on this particular issue that Pavel is raising, right? What should be, in the ANS opinion, right, Pavel, the mechanism and the algorithm of further analysis of teaching courses statistics, for example, right? Pavel, is that would that address your question?
It's mostly about motivation of teachers. For example, in AS sub-governance used maybe 1 for 2 months or 3 months. There is a contest for partnership analytics for Nina, please.
The analytics?
Yes, the analytics support and
the workflow?
Yeah, the workflow. It's these contests don't based for it's don't based on KPIs. Guys just start this contest, and everybody who makes some work according partnership analytics or the support and so on, they just put their reports about their working, and jury working jury work and everybody gets some rewards based on score which they get. I think we can use it for our academia. I think it's a very good model because there isn't some KPIs like if you get 100 students, you get 1,000 tons. It's not necessary, I guess.
Right. So measurements are relative, not absolute.
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Mathematically, right?
Yes.
And I want to say that finally, I think that we will not write these KPIs as a points. For example, if you have 30 students, you will have 3 points, 50 students, 5 points. I think it's just hard or soft criteria, these KPIs. But a jury in the end will make their judge and give points as they wanna give. And you talk about the support analytics, and this contest is something like this, because as I mentioned before, every teacher will give reward depend on his KPI too, but on his or her work especially. Thank you. That's why it's something like it's something like the support, but with one of important criteria as KPIs, I think.
Yeah, so the way I'd imagine it working would be something similar to at the end of every 30-day period, the best courses either uploaded by the course creators themselves. And I think, to be fair, that we need to make a distinction between teachers and course creators. Maybe there's a little bit of confusion there between the two terms of people. So people who create content for the website. So either way, it would be uploaded to a submission on the governance system, and then it would be evaluated quite, stringently in, and this is just a bad example, say, out of 5 points for the number of viewers or the number of course people who start the course, plus, possibly a total of 5 points for the amount of people who complete the course, plus 5 points for, I don't know, the length of the course, the technical difficulty of the subject matter. And then, obviously we work out an algorithm which would evaluate the worth of the course to the Freeton Academy.
Precisely. precisely
This
the
is why I
algorithm.
said in the document, this is where we need the big brains. You know, physics. I did a little bit of physics at university, but not enough to say I could outthink any of you guys.
Let's ask Pavel to help us on this. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sure
perfect.
he's
Yeah.
mathematically more than capable. Definitely.
Okay.
May I clear, Ben? May I clear the misunderstanding, if any, exists on the difference between the course creators and teachers, and the difference is one short word: live.
Exactly. That was my understanding of it. And so pretty much the D course, the D teachers, would that be what we call it, would almost be a separate contest. But I think, you know, as I see it, the most important thing is to get the content on the website before then focusing on the live teaching aspects. Am I understanding this correctly? Sorry, Eugene, to jump over you there.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We're on the same page.
And one important thing which I have mentioned before, and one underline, that this system can motivate. For example, I create course in the first month, as I mentioned before, and I haven't enough time to have the students. And with KPI and the chance and possibility to have a reward for the same course in the first and the second month, I will be interested in I will try to make my course better, and will try to attract more users to this course. And if we won't have these KPIs or something like this, for example, somebody do the course, give his reward, and we'll forget about this course. And we'll do it again, and again. And we won't be interested in attracting more users to his courses.
Very valid point, Alex. But again, it is not something we can decide on the fly right now. So I encourage everybody to go.
Yes, I don't want to say my opinion.
Go in the document, put your thoughts in there. Before we put it for formal vote, we will make sure that, you know, it makes sense from everyone's perspective. I would especially encourage Alex, as we agreed, to work with Jovan. I mean, look, this is the guy who like literally participated in the beginning of LMS industry. All right, it will be just unacceptable not to incorporate his thoughts in the process. So let's work on this together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so as Eugene just put it there, I think the D courses conversation should continue in the comments on the document. So we're moving on past the 6:10 mark. So other issues. Do we have any issues on the guard side of things? So either Dimitri, Andre, Fabrice, or Dennis. Anything to raise? Do you have any of those guys on the call?
I see Dennis.
Dennis, can you hear me? I'm not sure he's live with us, possibly. He may be background listening. Okay, and that just leaves us with the heralds. Elsbeth, Anton, or Nina?
Oh, hello.
Hello, Nina. Anything to add from the herald side of things this week?
Okay. I informed everyone members about the voting, helped those who had any difficulties, and also entered the data into the voting statistics table. I sent a link to chat. I also told members about the today call. We have 40 members in total. 7 people fully voted for all submissions. Thank them. 3 people voted partially. The rest have not yet voted. This is not the highest turnout, especially considering the accompaniment in private messages, but it's not bad.
Excellent, excellent. I think everyone's been singing your praises earlier on, so that's fantastic. Yeah, that moves us on nicely to the ambassadors then. Who've we got? Inno, Driver, Sergey, Anton, or I believe we've already mentioned Gerard's not here. Do we have any words from any ambassadors?
Well, we just heard from John, so let's
of course that
consider
covers things.
the African part.
Yeah, there we go. On a personal note, I reached out to Coin Center, who are another massive blockchain educational institute earlier this week. So I'll let you guys know if they get back to me, and if not, I'll email them again. And that leaves us with the Alchemists as the final thing, which my own name is in there. So I'd just like to say I started attempting to make my first course this earlier today. It's not going to be the greatest thing in the world, just a first trial and error kind of thing, but engaging content 101. So yeah, that should be up and live soon, hopefully. I'm kind of learning as I'm going through, so I'm going to give Alex a bunch of feedback on my experience on this tomorrow. And yeah, Alex, anything else you'd like to add on that side? Sorry, was I talking too quickly then?
Maybe he stepped out for a second, but my Ben, your course. Well, I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh, excellent, thank you. It should be a bit of fun, if nothing else. So just a few basic hints, tips, and tricks to make your reading a little more engaging. Yeah, and I suppose it'll be fun if you like my style of writing. Okay, excellent.
Good time. We have an issue of next moderator.
Yeah. So yeah, who would like to step up to do the hosting next week? And don't all raise your hands at once.
We have some people here who have not done so. So maybe one of them, I don't know, Pavel, Nima, Nina, Katerina.
Oh, sorry, my English not very well.
Oh, come on, Nina, you can do it. Come on. We are good listeners.
Maybe next time.
I tell you what, if I step up again for next week, then guys, and then the week after, I'm gonna choose one of you with a short straw system. How's that sound?
There you go, decentralization at its best. Come on, guys.
I think I'll be busy. I think I'll be busy for the next week, but I think I'll be able to do it for the other week.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Why don't we mark, week after next, Nima, thank you.
Yeah.
And so back to next one. Again, people on the call who have not done so, John, Pavel, Dennis, Nina, Katerina. Anyone?
I'll do the next one.
Oh, John, thank you. Thank you, John.
Good
Yes.
man.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, I will try to do my best. Obviously, I'll get a briefing before, right?
Yeah, John,
So that I can
reach out any moment. I'll help you, but it will be extremely easy for you. You just ran a much more complicated thing, like to the order of 10. So you'll do just great.
Okay. All right. Fine. I'll do the next.
Thank
one.
you.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, well, does anyone else have anything else they'd like to touch on quickly? Any more subjects for discussion? Anything random? If not, yeah, I believe that draws this week's meeting to a close. And yeah, like I say, add your comments and suggestions to the D courses document that needs to get rolling. And another huge thank you to everyone who voted in the jury contest.
Thank you, Ben. Great hosting. Thank you,
Hey,
Ben.
thank you. 3,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.